Hi, this is Jake and
Rooster
with the Outdoor Initiative,
and this is that stinky pair of underwear.
Hi, Jake with Outdoor Initiative. I got into a conversation with a guy at work about trying to put together a core system of outdoor clothing that can span the broadest range of temperatures with, some key elements. So after watching a video by Scout Next Outdoor Adventure, I put together my core clothing, and I'd like to share it with you now. So this right here would be my core essential items that go with me summer and winter, and it starts right here with the Adidas Climalite drawers. They're compression fit. They hold their shape after quite a few days on the trail, but what I like about them is that they don't ball up underneath your pants or underneath the base layer, and they stay put. I like them. This is what I use. The second layer is the Hang Fire hoodie by First Ascent. In the summer I'll wear it as a light jacket, and in the winter I'll use it as a first layer of insulation. But I absolutely love this jacket. The hood completely zips up to your chin, so it gives you a nice tight seal around your ears and your face. It's not windproof, but it is like a tighter fit, and it works wonders all 4 seasons long. Then, winter and summer, I'll bring this. It's the BC 200 rain jacket by First Ascent, and actually this is my 3rd rain jacket from First Ascent. My first one was a BC 100, and they were discontinuing them, so they had a blowout sale, and I picked one up, and this tab right here, or this little doodad here, blew out, but since they were discontinued, I got BC 200 replaced free of charge, no questions asked. Then on that first one, I actually blew out a zipper on the pocket here, and they replaced that one, no questions asked, free of charge. I went into the local retailer and they handed it in, and they sent me this one with no questions asked. So I can't speak enough about the First Ascent customer service. Unfortunately there's no repair, but you get one right off the hook, and if they don't have one on a on a hanger, they'll get you one in the mail. So very, very good customer service with First Ascent. And since we're plunging into summer here, I would go through my core summer wear, and it starts off right here with the First Ascent Circuit, and this is the first generation of this shirt. It's 100% polyester. It stretches and it wicks. It's gusseted underneath the armpits. It was on clearance. They have a new model of it, so I picked it up for cheap. And the same thing with this right here. It's the High Route shirt by First Ascent. They discontinued this exact style, so I got it for cheap, and I wear it mostly just to wear around camp, just to keep the sun off, or to do camp chores like cutting wood or something like that. But it's a great shirt, and it looks good too. And then on top of that, this right here is another discontinued First Ascent item, but it's awesome. And it's got that tight zip up hood, goes all the way around your face. This is the Sirocco Winshow by First Ascent. They discontinued it, or they're not making it anymore, I guess, and it was on the clearance shelf, so I picked it up. But it's perfect for hiking in the wind when it's too hot to wear a rain shell. And I love it. It's light, and it just packs down to, I don't know, the size of a baseball. So if you don't mind looking like a crumpled up piece of newspaper, it's perfect. Then on my feet, just a pair of Smart Wools light trekking socks. They're 100% merino wool, but they're not as thick as a winter pair or a high mountain expedition pair of socks. And then for pants, I wear these right here. I got these on the sale rack at Eddie Bauer. It's the First Ascent guide pants. Just a thin, soft shell that stretches and moves, and I really enjoy these pants. I wear them if we're going on a long road trip. They're comfortable, gusseted knees. They work out well for me. So if I take that same summer system and I crowbar in a few essential insulation items, you can push that system, deep into fall or early into spring. I don't necessarily take all three of these at the same time. It's all trip dependent, weather, terrain. But this right here is great. It's the Microtherm vest by First Ascent. It's got fleece panels underneath the armpits for a stretch. And again, this was a first generation. You can tell there's no zipper pockets, but they're it's a great vest. It was on the clearance rack, and I love it. I can't speak enough for it. And the same thing. This is First Ascent down Microtherm jacket, and the same deal. They discontinued this color and this model. This is the first gen. No, because it's got no zippered pockets, but it works great. And if you were to crowbar this into your system, you pick up some extra warmth wherever you need it. And the same thing with this. It's the first generation of First Ascent soft shell, and it's got the super high chin on the hood. They discontinued it. It was on the clearance rack for cheap, so I went ahead and picked it up. What I really like about it is just how thin it is. These pockets open up to the inside, and you can dump heat out of there. It works really well just by itself, or if you put in an insulation layer underneath, it's gonna work out well for you. And that's how I take a summer system, and with just a few pieces of clothing can push it from early spring into late fall. I know that I showed you a lot of First Ascent gear, and the reason why I went the First Ascent route, to say, as far as clothing, was that I know that each piece will fit together. So everything that's a medium is going to fit. If it's a shell, a medium insulation layer is going to fit underneath that shell. And what I found through trial and error is that an Arc'teryx medium isn't the same as a North Face medium, which isn't the same as a Patagucci medium, which isn't the same as a Marmot medium. So instead of mixing and matching brands, I found First Ascent, and I can't speak enough to the quality and the customer service that Eddie Bauer and First Ascent provides. It's been great. I've had a couple different articles of clothing replaced completely just because my fault. No manufacturer default whatsoever. So that's the reason why I went First Ascent clothing route. It's just because I know that I can buy something online that maybe my local retailer doesn't have, and it's going to fit in with my system for what I want to do with it. So I woke up this morning and there's a pretty cold wind going, so I didn't eat much of a breakfast. I just had a Pop-Tart and started walking to the base of Tempest Mountain, and right over here there's a few wind blocks. So I'm going to fall back and have a little bit more of a breakfast, take my vitamins. But